Nike speaks to being victorious, speaks to being a conqueror. And so the definition that we are given here for this particular term is to carry off successfully to win. To carry off successfully to win. So I got to break this down for us because there are basically three components when we're dealing with this whole definition of Nike, when we're dealing with what it means to be an overcomer, when it means to be a conqueror, when it means to be victorious. The first thing that we need to understand, it is speaking of, when we're talking about being an overcomer, is to hold on or to handle the faith well. In track, I was a high hurdler, so besides some regional events that came up with some race that just didn't really match, but it was called a relay regional, I was in a relay race that didn't handle anything. Basically, I went over 10 hurdles. When I crossed the finish line, my other partner went over 10, and we did that until all four of us went. But my wife was a part of a 4x100, and I think you indicated that you were a 4x400 as well. So in the 4x100 and the 4x100 race, you have to hold a baton. And the baton has to go around the track, or it has to cross the finish line. You cannot have runners running without the baton. If the baton drops, well, you might as well just step aside because you're not going to win the race. The winning has to take place with the baton. Now, let me get you to be clear with this. A person who is racing someone else, if they're running side by side, you can't stick your baton out to win. You got to have the body has to go through the tape. So when you're holding something to win, talking about our faith, it is us who has to cross the finish line, not the faith. Because the faith is going to be what the faith is. So you've got